So the Sfat Emet continues and says, this person says to himself that the bitterness and pain that he caused everybody else, they'll forget about it. It's not a big deal. Not a big deal. Forget about it. This is what makes it worse. On the other hand, this specific midah, where a person it's hard to anger but hard to pacify too, he says this is not so with such a person. These type of things, not as dangerous. Why? Because when he does become angry, he suffers the consequences of his temper so long and with such intensity that he might as well attempt to cure himself of his fault. In the long run, therefore, he's better off. So there's one opinion here, that a person that is hard to anger but hard to pacify is better off than the first case. The Meiri, however, inverts it, the opposite, because actually he's worse. For the same reason that we told you before. So yes, he's hard to anger. He's hard. But when he does lose his temper, the effect is lasting. When he finally loses his temper, he shoots up a school. Finally he loses his temper, he breaks half the house. Okay, he hasn't lost his temper in 2 years. Yeah, but that 2 years was already GEHINNOM. We're still paying the bill on that one. We still got half the house is broken. There's still holes in the walls from that one. So that person becomes more dangerous. Now, the next one is one who is hard to anger, but is pacified easily. Not only is he good in regards to anger, he doesn't get angry quickly, it takes a while to anger him, but on top of it, he gets pacified easily. This is what the Torah calls chassid. Someone that says, mine is yours and yours is yours, meaning all he wants to do is give people. That's a chassid with money. When it comes to midot, when it comes to character traits, you want to be a chassid, you want to be kodesh kodeshim, you want to be a little miniature Moshe Rabbeinu, learn this. Don't get angry quickly, and anytime you do get angry, forgive right away. Right away. Even if it's not your fault. Even if they're 100% wrong. Yeah, sure, somebody came to you, so that your wife upset you. She did something terrible. Terrible. Horrible. She cursed you out or something. One time she lost her mind, she cursed you. I'm not talking about these women that talk like truck drivers and they think it's okay. That's not what I'm talking about. Person, and by the way, you should know, if you want to marry a woman, you want to know what she's going to look like in the future, if she curses, just so you know, it's only a matter of time before she's going to curse your mother. In the beginning, she's cursing the people. Later on, she's cursing you. Later on, she's going to curse your mother. So, before you get married, think twice. It's not exactly a good midah to have a truck driver mouth. Not a male, not a female. It's a horrible thing to do. To such an extent, the Gemara says a person that curses, even if they decided on Rosh Hashanah that he's going to get 70 years of blessings, one curse can overturn 70 years of blessings into the opposite, into curses. Shem Menachem, one curse. That's the price, Rabotai. Before you say F you, and this you, and that you, and all the you, think about it. It's expensive. So, person needs to know that if his wife did something horrible, or the husband did something horrible, and he insulted you, called you a name, he cursed at you, he yelled at you, whatever, meaning still controlled and civilized. I'm not talking about somebody that beats up his wife. Somebody that beats up his wife should be going to jail. I'm talking about normal people. Things happen sometimes. Guy loses his temper, pushes the wife. It's absolutely wrong, but it's not. We can't classify this as the same level as the guy that gave his wife 6 black eyes in the last 2 months. The same level. Certain things happen. Certain things people lose their mind. Shem Menachem. Hashem forgives such people. A person like that doesn't do tshuva, you're not allowed to count him in minyan. A person that beats his wife up, you're not allowed to count him in minyan. You have to put him on cherem until he does tshuva. But normal situations, still things happen. In Shemaim, when they want to get your attention, how do they get it usually? They send your wife. That's your mirror. If you want to know how they feel about you in Shemaim, look at your shlom bayit. Shlom bayit doesn't exist. In Shemaim, there's no shlom bayit either for you. You should know this. No parnasah, because there's no shlom bayit. You're sick, it's because there's no shlom bayit. Shlom bayit's a big deal in Shemaim. Hashem is willing to erase his name for the sake of shlom bayit. We learned from Maaseh Sotah how they identify the wayward woman by Hashem allowing them to take his name, write it on a scroll, put it into the holy water, and the name gets erased through this action just for the sake of finding out if she cheated or she didn't cheat. Ordinarily, you're not allowed to erase Hashem's name. But Hashem says, for this, erase my name, it's a mitzvah. So Shlom Bayit is important to Hashem. But let's say, for example, something happened. The guy had a bad day, and he lost his mind on his wife. Or the opposite. The wife had a bad day. The kids are crying, climbing up the walls, driving her crazy. The husband got upset, gave her a face because the food wasn't hot enough or something. And she lost her mind, and she cursed him and his mother. Things like this happen. This is real life. So what do? Depends. You want to be Rasha? You want to be Tzaddik? If you want to be Rasha, follow Yetzirah. You want to be Rasha? Do immediately what you're inclined to do. Yell back, yell even more, curse even more. You want GEHINNOM, a villa over there? Nice? Go. Follow Yetzirah. Do exactly as he tells you. Today he tells you curse. Tomorrow he's going to tell you to hit. The next day he's going to tell you to murder. Go. be a animal. You want to be tzaddik? You want to be chassid? Forgive her immediately. Yeah, but she's wrong. Exactly. But she cursed me and my mom and my dad. Exactly. That's what makes you a chassid. That you forgave her, you forgive him immediately, with no conditions. Now one of these things, listen, but don't do it again, but I'm going to remember this, we're going to check again. No. Like it never happened. In fact, the opposite. You say, listen, I know you're strict. I'm sorry. What do you mean sorry? You didn't do anything. No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry we got to this point. I'll be tzaddik. I'll be tzaddikah. That's what you do. Why? Because you're going to need this argument in Shemayim. Why? All the sins you make, what do you think? They forgot about it in Shemayim? In Shemayim they say, look all the sins you made. Yeah, but well, can you forgive me? Did you forgive your husband? Did you forgive your wife? When she was late one time by 37 seconds? When the food wasn't hot? When she forgot to cook? You forgave her or you made her remember it for the rest of her life? So you want to be a chassid? A real chassid forgives immediately. No conditions. Immediately. Why? That's Ritzon HaShem. That is the will of HaShem. It has nothing to do with right or wrong. It has to do with, you want to do what HaShem wants you. I'm not saying that you have to become some placemat for your spouse to walk on you all day. What I am saying is that you have to forgive. If your spouse is using that, you forgiving them, as an excuse to make you into a placemat, you have a bad choice in spouses. It's your fault to begin with. Why'd you pick them? Why'd you pick such a person that's so evil? It's going to take advantage of a good midah, a good character trait, and turn it into something terrible. There's something wrong in a marriage. It's not just this. There's something else. It's not a normal thing. It's not a normal thing for a normal human being even. Forget just a Jew or a religious Jew. A normal human being normally does not return bad for good to the person that's the most close to them, their spouse. If the wife makes the husband happy, he will in return make her happy. If the husband make the woman happy, she'll make him happy. They'll try at least. May not necessarily always succeed, but they'll try. But they're definitely not going to give them bad in return. Meaning that if it's happening, if you're always forgiving, but he's always giving you more reasons to hate him, there's something else wrong. There's something else there. You may not really be forgiving. He may not really be taking as you forgiving. There's something else in the water. It's not normal. It's not a normal thing for a person to return evil for good. So, a person that gets to such a level, who's hard to anger and pacified easily, is a chassid. So what does it mean? One who has great patience and is forbearing to such an extent that he almost never aroused to anger is truly a chassid. So how does he deal with this anger? Silently. He silently bears whatever divine providence allots him in life and does not allow himself to be provoked by insults.